Let's take a look at Operation Phoenix over the last 24 hours. If we take a look on Dex Screener, we can see on the day chart that we had two daily candle closures in the red. The previous day was pretty neutral, but it was just slightly in the red. You also see here that volume is decreasing. We do have a new candle formation as of the time of me recording this video. And we do see also reflected on the pancake swap side that volume is continuing to go down. So not as many people trading. There has been a lot of people that have been staking, so do keep that in mind also. We're at about a little over 48%, trying to get to that 50% range, and we're still seeing more people participating with that. Primarily going through the 30-day staking. There are two options, the 14-day and the 30-day. And so with the volume being so low right now, just to put it into perspective for you, we've got $17,000 on the sell side, a little bit more than the buy side. Buy side is $15,000. It's not even 100 transactions, and it's 91. So very low volume activity. Now, maybe you're trying to leverage the market right now and you want to try and maximize your profits. You check out the crypto exchange Margex. I do have a referral link down in the description below. And you can do leverage trading anywhere from 5x all the way up to 100x. And if you use my referral link, you can get a sign-up bonus when you make a deposit. They've got a lot of mainstream cryptos. They do add a little bit more from time to time, but they have a nice set collection already. They also have copy trading and staking. And guys, there's no KYC. If you want to get started with this, it only takes about 30 seconds to a minute. And it's available in many different regions. Some people can't access it depending on their region, and some people use VPNs to go around that. I'm not saying that you should do that. And let's go ahead and move back over here to the price chart. So I'm going to transition from Dex Screener now over to TradingView, and what you're seeing is using my trading bot. And if you want to get access to that, I do have a link down in the description below to my Patreon. As you guys can see here, it gives you a lot of indicators of when suggestively to long or short. And this is utilizing a couple different key technical indicators. So what you're basically using or looking at here is a MACD built in the back end. Then we have the blue, red, and green lines, which are the Bollinger Bands, and that purple line, which is the VWAP. And traditionally, whenever you see the price go above that purple line, that VWAP, it's suggestive of a buy signal. But we've been seeing that as we've dipped above here, we get rejections taking place. We did have a little bit of a significant spike right here going above. It didn't last too long on the 1 hour time frame before it had a pullback. So suggestively right now, it's still within that short period, or essentially like that sell type period, where if you're thinking about if it's going to go up or down, the volume activity not really happening much right now. Price is not currently sliding up, suggestively trying to pass above that VWAP, as I had mentioned to you guys. So right now, things seem to just be essentially flatlining a bit, consolidating before we see the next significant moves with some sort of a volume increase. The RSI also being displayed on the chart here shows it hanging right around in that middle zone. Again, not much activity really happening on the token at the moment. We move over here to the Operation Phoenix subreddit posted by original_daddy_by_b. Day 20, shaking the paper OGs out, AMAs, and new utilities. So Phoenix Army, we continue to beat on the door of 10 cents. Every time we get close, we have some more whales dumping. 5 days now, we keep shaking the early holders and have developed a strong floor. I made a post earlier outlining the original holders as well as their moves over the last 20 days. I did that list 100% by hand, and believe me, it is extremely difficult to track 166 different wallets and thousands of transactions. You have heard me hark on the importance of transparency to success. The better educated the community is, the better they can make rational decisions. I know there are potential errors, so if you found your wallet and I made a mistake, please let me know. I just created a brand new email address where you can message me anonymously with any feedback. Just email your public wallet address and a quick message, and I'll update my sheets. My goal is to run through the wallets that are still holding in a couple of weeks and see how things have changed. There's the email address. Some of you are probably confused. Why would this guy spend so much time tracking these wallets? What could he gain from the data he collected? There's lots of information that we can benefit from. For example, number one, people will often worry about early investors holding large amounts of tokens. The longer they hold the tokens, the scarier they become. In the beginning, 166 people received airdrops totaling 60 million tokens. Take the 16 million tokens, for staking rewards out of the equation, and now 60 million tokens is 72% of the 84 million that are in circulation. Let that sink in for a moment. 166 people owned 72% of the tokens and had a lot of power. Today, those whales have sold down 16 million tokens and helped spread the ownership to hundreds of new holders. Now we have 128 people with 52% of the power instead of the 72% they had 3 weeks ago. As an investor, that makes me feel more comfortable. I have added an extra column on my personal sheet tracking the average rates of sales from these wallets. I can gauge based on the daily average of sales how much longer the sale walls are going to be there. And then lastly here, 81 of the remaining 128 pre-sale whitelists have never sold a token or they have bought more. That shows that over 60% of the OGs remaining feel taking profits at this point still too early, and the project has a lot of growth to come. These folks are 100x up and still feel that selling and hurting their base is a bad idea. Again, let that resonate that they haven't taken a penny of profits, not even their initial investment. That alone is a shock to me. There are also 4 wallets that only sold 5% so far as a way to take their initial investment. So I don't want to leave those guys out in the cold. Some may wonder, what is my fascination with these specific wallets? It's because these wallets are the ones that I feel have the highest chance of affecting the project. Many pre-sale / whitelist users have proven to have diamond hands, but also have the highest profits. Yes, we have a couple of new whales entering the project, but they have come in spending large sums of money at the 8-cent and 9-cent price points. They are up less than 10%, so these new whales have zero reason to start selling until they see some higher profits. We had a really powerful AMA today with CoinMerge on their Twitter space. Mike, Matt, and Sean explained the project and what sell less technology is. They announced the sell less swap is now up and running. We have STAG tokens already listed if you would like to make a swap. So keep in mind, guys, that's another token project. They're called STAG. They're the first one being on this launchpad. One of the major benefits of the swap is that new tokens the sell-less swap here. One of the major benefits of the swap is that new tokens can keep their liquidity on PancakeSwap instead of coming up with extra liquidity for our DEX. The new swapper allows the tokens to utilize our sell-less technology directly through PancakeSwap without ever having to engage our DEX. Another major benefit was the ability for the tokens listed on our swap to have taxes added immediately back into the LP after each transaction, helping to strengthen the liquidity after every buy/sell. As a buyer, you may get more tokens from our swapper than going directly to PancakeSwap because of how the swapper handles when taxes are taken out of the order, allowing the buyer to get more tokens. Honestly, it is extensive and awesome at the same time. If you want a deeper dive, please go listen to the AMA. Our portion is the first 30 or so minutes. To tease everyone, Mike said that the community would hear about one of the new utilities on Phoenix Friday. I can't believe we are less than 2 days away. It feels like this past week has flown by with all the different AMAs and voice chats going on in Telegram. This shows me how dedicated the team is to the project and how much they want to be exposed to the community. I appreciate all the team members being transparent and providing updates daily. So some project tidbits. The marketing wallet is up $6,000 from yesterday, which is almost at the $55,000 mark. We had one chart go from 100,000 down to 50,000 today, which gave us heavy pressure. Whale 0xD went from 740,000 to 710,000, so these guys combined sold off 80,000 tokens. We've had enough buying pressure, however, to offset these sales, so the price is pretty much the exact same as it was in my last report. There was mention this morning of potentially creating an arbitrage bot to help with weeding out other bots who may take advantage of the situation. The proposal will be to allow the bot to purchase tax-free, which will ensure it always stays ahead of other bots. The profits from arbitrage will be reintroduced back into the LP in the form of a buy and burn. This will help prevent others from taking advantage of the situation and potentially bleeding out money. I think it's an amazing idea. We have a vote in Telegram if you would like to participate. I understand there are various views on leaving tokens on an exchange. Matt is reading this now and probably cringing every time I bring it up. However, I am leaving a portion of my tokens on Bitmart and have been receiving between 0.006% and 0.009% daily in USDT. The rewards over the past few days have allowed me to add a few hundred new tokens, may not be a lot, but each one is coming from the LP instead of the staking rewards. If there were 100 people doing the same thing I am, we could be buying 10,000 tokens from the LP each week solely from the rewards distributed by Bitmart. I personally like this better because I feel that I am helping the project more than by staking. If I stake tokens for a month, I would get my rewards from the staking wallet's reserved tokens. This does not affect the liquidity. However, if I hold on Bitmart for 30 days, I'll have a couple $100s to buy tokens, which increases the project's LP. Yes, I can hear hundreds of you screaming at your computer, not your keys, not your money, but that is a risk I take with Bitmart. I personally feel these exchanges fail when we have a bear market because the users are withdrawing like crazy. However, crypto has been extremely bullish over the past few months. This is when the exchanges thrive the most. If and when the next bear market shows its head, I'll immediately move them back to my wallet. We have almost 200 members in here. That makes us a top 50% community based on size. We can do a lot better. There are over 600 people who read these updates, and we have over 1,700 in Telegram. Give us some love. Join the Reddit group. And looking at the chart, it may seem like it was a slow day, but there was a lot of back and forth testing the resistance levels, helping to fatten the marketing wallet. Overall, I was extremely excited with the AMA and the news, the items coming out. The team has an amazing vision, continues to deliver on these promises. I look forward to Phoenix Friday. Remind you that 10-cent mark is going to be the hardest to push through, but every day the potential selling pressure diminishes and the whales run out of tokens to bleed. I'm feeling extremely bullish still about the entire project, Operation Phoenix. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. We'd love to get your opinions on this. And once again, you check out Margex. I have that referral link in the description below. I also have a link to my trading bot in the description through my Patreon. And if you want to join an exclusive trading group, find out some new plays that are going on, things that are about to launch, stuff that's actively looking like it's got some hot action to it, you can check out HG Access. This trading group has just under 2,000 members. I'll provide a referral link to that down in the description below for the Patreon as well. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you, my Patreons. Double shout out thank you to We Love, Victor Vegas, Rolza, Rizvi for being higher level patrons. Thank you to my YouTube members for your support as well. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.